Hey, I'm Cherry Bomb Pop. You're watching Cherry Rants. And if there's something that I said that offended you, maybe your dumbass should have read the description below. Kelly, bye!
Your mission, Cherry, should you choose to accept it, is to bring chaos to planet Flipside on Monday nights. As always, should you or any part of the Bomb Pop force be caught or killed, the head of Ixie Squad will disavow any knowledge of your actions. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
What's up, fuckers? Y'all, there's times I can't tell if I'm just in a bad mood or if everything around me is just really fucking annoying.
Tacos are more important than pumpkin spice. Oh yeah, I said what I said.
You can fuck off. And when you get there, you can fuck off from there too. Then fuck off some more. Just keep fucking off. And when you get back here, go fuck off some more. And then fuck off again. I judge those motherfuckers on if they're an asshole or not. What's up, fuckers? Welcome to Cherry Rants. I am Cherry Bomb Pop. How is everybody doing tonight? We are going to be talking about children interrupting conversations. Why some schools don't teach cursive anymore, and also consistently saying you're sorry all the time. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Myrtle. So let's get into it. As far as the children interrupting conversations, we all did it. We all fucking did it. You can't tell me that we didn't. I know I did, and I got my ass beat for it, but we did it. And it was because we wanted to be a part of the conversation, and we wanted to be a part of the big kid crowd. Now, why did we want to be a part of the big kid crowd? Why is that? You're in trouble for the last one? Or what last one? What? Oh, it's okay, Jimmy. It's okay. I think the reason why children interrupt adult conversations is because they need the acceptance and they need the reinforcement. It's kind of a, hey, I'm here, acknowledge my presence kind of thing. Most of us grew up in a very, children are to be seen and not heard generation. And we forget that as we grow into adults, and then when we become adults and have children, it kicks back in, and it seems like they interrupt in the most inopportune times, which is, it's okay, it's fine, but it's also a boundary push, I think. No. Oh, the sorry one. Yeah. We'll get into that. I just caught what Jimmy meant. Sorry. It's been a very strange Monday. We added a new makeup table on Monday. Hi, Vixie. I almost forgot until I was in the shower, and then I was like, oh fuck, we have a new makeup show today. I just have to get used to it. But yeah, no, we all interrupted our parents as kids, or we got our ass beat, or we were told to be seen and not heard. I was raised by the silent generation of baby boomers, and there were specific things that we were not allowed to do as children. Like we had our own table for holidays to eat at, that I sat at until I was in my mid-20s. We were not allowed to eat in any room other than the kitchen unless it was a holiday. We were to be seen and not heard. If there was an adult function going on, we had to go outside and play no matter what that function was and no matter what the weather was, unless it was super cold. Then we were told to stay in a specific room. When you were growing up, your grandma always said, give me a minute and then you can talk. Yeah. I grew up in a very, you were to be seen and not heard aesthetic. And I try really hard with mine to not do that, but there comes a point in the conversation where it becomes too adult for their mentality, and I'm like, okay, it's time to go. The adults are talking. This is not something you need to talk about or hear about. Okay, bye. See, the funny thing is like I stayed in my room a lot as a kid, and now all I want to do is stay in my room. Then again, my house is my room, but it's specifically like my bedroom. I stay in my bedroom a lot, but that's also where my video games are. That's also where the computers are. That's also where I film. So like, this is my safe bubble. You did too, Cherry. Okay. It's funny to me. Nobody's going to raise a perfect child. Nobody's going to be perfect themselves. So we take what we learn and we have the choice of whether we're going to enforce that with our own or if we are going to change that. And there were a lot of things growing up that I experienced that I decided as an adult, just because I was raised one way doesn't mean I have to be that way. Your family always had those conversations after we all went to bed. See, and with my family, it didn't matter if we were in the middle of, if the adults were in the middle of a conversation or they had started the conversation or they were at the end of the conversation. It did not matter where in that conversation it was. It was going to be spoken about. And if the children were around, they needed to disappear because they didn't need to hear it, which led to a lot of family fights, by the way. And it was always because there were two on my mother's side that butt heads so hard. My father's family was very different when it came to holidays and things like that. And they really never had adult conversations that I remember because I was always around with an adult, whether it was my grandfather or my grandmother. It didn't really, like, they were the ones that allowed us to be heard. Oh, sorry, pulling out a hangnail. Or a piece of dead skin, sorry. I'm sitting here apologizing like it's a piece of dead skin. And it hurts. Ow, get off of me. And I don't have a pair of fingernail clippers, so we're just going to rip it out like a Band-Aid. Maybe. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Now holidays, then the kids had their own table. Now with Justin's family, it's a very open, we all eat together. But we don't necessarily talk about adult things in front of the kids, even though they're mostly all teenagers at this point. One is an adult, two are teenagers, and then there's the youngest one that is coming into teenagerhood who likes to act out, but we're not going to speak on that. That's the child that would be the one to interrupt conversations that need not be. I know, but I didn't want you guys to think I was ignoring you. I was literally pulling a piece of dead skin off of my finger, which is now bleeding, by the way. Hi, Kira. But yeah, I believe that it's a form, or it's a way for them to gain acceptance by interrupting an adult conversation. They don't understand that they have limited knowledge on certain subjects until they have to experience them for themselves. They want to be accepted. They want to be a part of the group, and yet they don't understand that there's a certain, I don't want to say maturity level, but there is before these conversations can happen. We'll take my 16-year-old, for instance, consistently telling his father and I that he thinks that the rules that we have in place for him are dumb. He's 16. He doesn't understand yet. He hasn't lived his life. His life has barely just started. And he doesn't understand that the situations that he thinks that he can resolve are not realistic changes. And the way that people raise their children now versus when I was a kid and before that is very different. I believe that the world has become a very sensitive place, whereas we were very cold and hard up until the last 10 years or so. And then all of a sudden the world did a flip. And now we all have to be very sensitive when we were taught not to be. So it's very hard to show that sensitivity. It's just, that's just how it is now. And at the same time, like, I have to jump my kid's shit and tell him he can't say certain things because it's offensive. But it's behavior that he's learned from his friends, where the parents of these kids are letting their kids say whatever they want. And I'm like, you can't say that. That's not socially, as much as I hate social acceptance, it's still not socially acceptable. Oh, it's a joke. It's an offensive joke. And if you say that out in public, you're going to get your ass beat for that. And it's not going to be by me. Now, granted, 100 years ago, my 16-year-old would be married and have children at this point. But that doesn't make him an adult. Oh, there's little glowing eyeballs across the room. Wasabi's over there playing. So as far as yes, it's annoying when children interrupt a conversation. It truly is. But at the same time, like I said, it's acceptance. It's them wanting to be a part of the group. It's them wanting to show that they think they know what they're talking about. Just because they don't doesn't mean that they don't need to be heard and validated. That's all they want, is acceptance and validation. We forget that, though. And my cherries are really just a little on the bright side tonight. Wow, they bright. Now, as far as schools teaching cursive, I've heard of different parts of the country that schools do still teach cursive. The majority of the country, no, they don't. Now, without getting political, that's kind of hard to do with this subject, because I believe that it is a political subject to an extent, because we're not teaching these kids something that they need to know. Thank you, Brittany. It's a fine line as to when they need to be part, and that's true. It is a very fine line as far as when they do need to be a part of that conversation. But in order to, telling them that they'll understand when they're older gets really old really quick. That's just something that I continually have to stop myself from telling mine. You'll understand when you're older, because then they're like, well, then I'm never going to understand. Children don't understand that their evolution, they're learning, that they don't understand that they learn everything, that they learn something new every day. They think that they'll learn everything by the time they're 18 and they'll know it all, which is not the case. I'm 41 years old and I still learn something new almost on a daily. So, like, I didn't know you were supposed to match your makeup to your neck. Thought you were supposed to match it to your face. I still can't find a shade light enough to match my neck, and that's with foundation on. But the cursive thing, does it annoy me? Yes. It does, because there's going to be historical documents that these children are not going to be able to read. And they're just going to have to go by what they're told, which is going to make them question things even further. It's going to make us repeat history all over again. And that's not something that needs to happen, because we're supposed to learn from our mistakes. We're supposed to learn from our history so that we don't repeat it and don't fail as a species. Their evolution happens for a reason. There are children out there that cannot read the Declaration of Independence, and mine is one of them. He learned cursive in elementary school, and then because he hasn't used it since elementary school, it's pretty much a forgotten language for him. So if I write a note for him, I have to remember that I can't write it in cursive. I have to write it in regular letters. Your school still teaches cursive? That's awesome. So there, like I said before, that there are some schools in the U.S. that still do teach it. Now, granted, the U.S. education system is absolute shit, and we're an absolute joke. There's a lot of things in the country, about this country, that are an absolute joke. But our education system definitely needs some work, a lot of work. Like, it needs restructuring. Am I going to be the one to do that? Absolutely not, because there are things that I believe that need to be restructured that the rest of the world don't agree with. But when it comes down to whether we are going to repeat history or not is a big deal, because we've already been through enough world wars. We've already had enough wars throughout the entirety of the world over existence. And we need to get to a point where that doesn't happen and we don't repeat our mistakes because of the simple fact of it could quite literally be because somebody can't read cursive. Like they taught ours in middle or in elementary school, but after that he didn't use it. But and that's primarily due to technology because they use computers in the school system that he goes to now. So there's the lack of need for it. However, there still is a need for it. It's just the lack is stronger than the actual need. And again, my kid's got atrocious handwriting and probably needs. We've consistently told him for as long as I've been around, you need to work on your handwriting because I can't read it. Do I believe that we still need to teach it? Absolutely. So that there are historical documents that can be understood. Do I believe that the education system needs a reboot? Absolutely. Because the world looks at us and laughs, and that's not okay. They do here as well, but also teach cursive in their English class. They don't do that here because they're so dependent on technology. And let me tell you, the dependency on technology is real. And I did not think that I was actually that dependent on technology until last week when my internet went out. I did not realize exactly. No, thank you. If it's bad, I don't want to see it. If I can't read it, no, I'll just crumble it up and throw it back at him and tell him I'm not reading that till you learn how to write. But I did not realize how dependent on technology I really am, down to the point where I couldn't get on the laptop to get on, and this is going to sound stupid, but this is how bad it affected me. I got mad because I couldn't get on my laptop to get on Etsy to download a pattern to be able to crochet that pattern because I had to buy it. What? I got mad about it. Yeah. I could have done it from my phone, but I was so mad that I forgot that I could do it from my phone. Now, if you take my phone, my computer, my internet away, I don't know what I'm going to do. I couldn't play video games because, well, I didn't have internet. And I didn't know if the games would play without internet. And as much as I could have been on the show last week because I did have internet on my phone, I didn't want you guys to see how angry I was over this. Like, it was a legitimate anger for the simple fact if I couldn't sit down, I would have to go get the ring light and pull it out and prop it up and make sure it was where it's supposed to be. I wouldn't have been able to talk to anybody because everybody else would have had to read the comments for me because I didn't have a secondary device that I could use to interact with you guys. Like, it was a whole ass deal. And that's the sad part, is we have become so dependent on technology that it's an absolute need at this point in our life. When did technology become a need? When it became available. That's when it became a need. It's kind of like there's the joke of there's a whole generation that will not be able to read anything that we write because we did not teach them that language. Because it is a written language, regardless of what language it is. It is a written language. And it's less funny because it's the truth. And that's the sad part. Like, we're so dependent on things now because we live in an instant gratification society that we depend on these things. They've become almost an addiction, if not an actual addiction. When I was growing up, we didn't have cable. Gen X got sucked into... Yeah, we did. Yeah, we fucking did. Because we didn't have it growing up. And then all of a sudden it was there. And it was new and it was shiny and it was amazing. And you could do all this stuff with it. You take that away, the world's going to fall apart now. We won't be able to communicate with anybody. And technology today is how I communicate with people. Sorry, my cats are like trying to get in the bedroom and it's dark in here except for the one light that I have on above my head. But we've become so dependent on technology that if it was to be taken away, the world would crumble because we wouldn't be able to communicate and we would very well go back into the dark ages rather quickly. It's just, it's really sad. It really is. I was a very frustrated, angry individual last week. Yeah, see? That's it. That's exactly it, Polite. I have 5 friends that I talk to in person on a regular, whether it's over the phone or in person, like out in the real world. Everybody else I know is on the internet. I've had people tell me, well, your internet friends aren't real. I can see them. We interact. They're real. They're not imaginary. Right. Yeah. No. Oh, I'm glad that I can do everything online instead of having to pay a check because I'm terrible at keeping a checkbook. I'm absolutely horrible at it. I'm probably better. I would probably be better at it now versus when I was in my 20s, but my bank is in real time most of the time, and it frustrates me when it's not. Because then I don't know how much money's in my bank, if I have any. And there's banks that they claim to be on real time, and they're really not. But I can literally pay my gas bill, my electric bill, my water bill, my internet bill, my cell phone bill, my Justin's truck payment, which will be gone this month. Woo! The insurance for his truck. The only thing that I can't pay online, and it's only because my landlord doesn't have a PayPal or a Venmo or a Cash App for me to do. That's the only thing that I don't pay online is my rent. Everything else is paid online. Cat? There's a cat under my butt. He's trying to get my attention. He wants validation and acceptance. Now, which cat it is beyond me. It's probably Wasabi. Let me see your head. Which one are you? He's back here and I can't see. Oh, yeah, that's Wasabi because that's some thick fur. Hey, don't swat at me, you fucker. Yes, technology has made life more convenient, especially for people like me who hate going out in public and actually interacting with people. Wasabi! Hi, Crystal! And like if I literally could, like, I wouldn't mind paying fees to just send my landlord rent. It wouldn't bother me whatsoever. And I really wouldn't have to go get a money order or go to the bank to go get cash because everything is digital now. Hello. So yeah. We were also going to talk about continually you like going out in public, just not all the time. I don't like going out in public at all. Like there's too many people in areas. We finally did a Walmart pickup for the first time this last weekend, and it was, oh my God, almost as it was the best fuck experience I'd ever had. Because I pulled up, I checked in, the dude came out, handed us our shit, and I didn't have to deal with bumping into people. I didn't have to deal with, I'm a big germaphobe, by the way. I didn't have to deal with having anxiety about other people's germs. I didn't have to worry about other people being in my general vicinity. I didn't have to worry about whether they were going to judge me because of my hair or my makeup. I literally pulled up, checked in, dude came out, and we left. I have a thing about being around too many people. It gives me very bad anxiety. And it's partially because I am very vocal about Hi, Dakota. I'm a very vocal person when it comes down to it. And you guys have seen, I will straight up tell somebody, I give no fucks about your opinion. You don't finance, fuck, or feed me. Legitimately, fuck off. And I am like that in person. If I don't like the opinion that you're giving me, I'm very prone to telling you, you need to stop and think about what the fuck you're about to say to me because I'm about to go the fuck off. I've gone off on some of my best friends. I have gone off on just about anybody if they talk shit about somebody in public or if they talk shit to me in public. Right. Myrtle has actually met me in person. And she can tell you I seem like I'm very outgoing and I can be very nurturing and whatnot. But when it comes down to it, my self-preservation is a big motherfucker. And I can only handle so much for so long before it's like, I need to go, I need to de-stress, I need to get away. This is too much for me. Because I really, just like any other human, can only handle so much stress. And I really do live by the, if you don't finance, fuck, or feed me, and your opinion is in a negative aspect of my life, you can fuck off. You don't have the right to judge me. That's what my gods are for. You don't have the right to tell me how to live my life because you don't do any of those things. And the one motherfucker who does do that doesn't get to tell me how to live my life. He knows I'm going to do what the fuck I want, when I want, how I want. Right, exactly, Dakota. I understand I am a very hard person to deal with, and that's another reason why I typically shy away from public outings, because I can be very loud and very boisterous and very opinionated, but my opinions aren't always what people expect them to be. Like, I've got a lot of people that have looked at me and said, you are not what I expected because of how you present yourself. I've been told more times in my life that I'm intimidating, but what people don't realize is my loyalties will, like, if I'm loyal to you, I will put myself in front of you and I will fight a motherfucker off until I'm fucking dead. Plain and simple. But because it used to not be like that. I was very, very, I did what I had to, and then I skirted off. But I learned that loyalty is a very good thing to have. I don't know. It's just I'm a whole ass shit show, y'all. Like, what you see here is literally what you get in real life. And you can ask Muriel and you can ask Kira. They will tell you. They will legitimately tell you that this is what you get. I'm like a deadly teddy bear. I will sit on you and suffocate you if you don't watch it. I'll take all my stuffing and shove it down your throat. Well, and the intimidation comes from the fact that my emotions are very much presented through my face, obviously. And if I don't like somebody, they instantaneously know it just by the way that I look at them. Or I just have resting cunt face, which, not an excuse, actually have it. I've surpassed resting bitch face. I have gone into resting cunt face. Thank you. Thank you, Muriel. A lot of people have said that they do love the fact that I am the way that I am, and they wish that they could be like me. And I've gotten to the point where, yes, there are certain things that there are certain people in my life that if they pass judgment, it does affect me. However, 90% of the population, I could give a fuck less. You want to give me a troll on the internet? Oh, I'll fucking eat them like they're chicken. But the thing is I'm not that one that's going to be a fucking keyboard warrior. You piss me off far enough and I will show the fuck up. Plain and simple. You want to say this shit? Here's my fucking face. Hi, Dane. RCF, resting, it's resting. RBF is resting bitch face. RCF is resting cunt face. Aw, you guys are so sweet. It's gonna give me a cavity. But understand that I also know I am, and I was talking to Vixie backstage before the show, and I was telling her that I understand I am not a very abrasive person. I am a very gritty person. Like, I am not abrasive, I am straight grit. And there are times where I can't even stand myself. Like, legitimately can't stand myself, don't want to be in my own body, don't want to deal with me. But, you know, I do it. Trolls do taste like chicken. Especially, it also depends on how you season them, by the way. You gotta season them bitches for them to taste anything like chicken. I've had people ask me when I've told them that I have this show. Like, yeah, I belong to a YouTube group and we do shows every day. We do multiple shows a day. I have my own show. And they're like, oh, what do you talk about, Cher? Like, anything the fuck I want. And if you don't like my fucking opinion, that's okay. Because you know what? There's a fucking disclaimer in the description. And if you're a dumbass, don't read it. That's not my fucking problem if you get offended. But what is RCF? I know it's an acronym, but don't know the meaning. Dakota, I explained it. RBF is resting bitch face. RCF is resting cunt face. It's you when you surpass resting bitch face. And people will not approach you in public because they see that you don't even have resting bitch face anymore. You're past that. That's the don't fuck with me look. That's the fuck around and find out look. Which apparently I have. And I'm perfectly okay with it because if it keeps people out of my general area when I'm not in a fucking mood to socialize, that's great. I just need a shirt. It either says talk to me or fuck off. And I need to be able to flip it up to where it says either the talk to me is shown or the fuck off is shown, but not at the same time. I've just come to a very, very strong point in my life where I have realized that a person is smart, but a group of people is chaos and panic and not okay. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to die because I got trampled in a crowd because somebody like freaked out. Oh, Dane, you don't have to, babe. That's okay. I remember when if you said that you were a YouTuber, people would laugh and say, no, seriously. Yeah. Like, seriously, people used to laugh. They're like, no, seriously, what do you do? I'm on YouTube. It's a thing. Like, I didn't know. I thought everybody was on YouTube at this point. Like, I have a fucking account that I don't see, here's the thing is I'm not technologically advanced enough to do all of this by myself. Hi, Debbie. But yeah, like, I don't people very well because I don't put up with bullshit and stupidity and excuses and lack of communication. And like, if you tell me you're going to be somewhere, fucking be there. Don't fucking ghost me or text me 10 minutes before. If you know you're not going to be there, just say no. Like, I've had people ask me, can you make it to this event? Can I? Yes. Am I? No. Why? Because I don't feel like dealing with people. The last big event that I went to, which was the wedding back in July, I literally hid when somebody said, I recognize you from TikTok. I was like, thanks. Bye. It was nice to meet you. And I went and hid because there were so many people there and I just didn't want to adult. There were people there that I were comfortable with and I just didn't, nope. Too many people. I was not meant for a group of people. People keep looking for excuses instead of just saying, exactly. Yeah. And it's, to me, I'm like, no, there's no reason for me to not say no. If I don't want to be there, I'm not going to go. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. You get offended because I don't go to your event, that's fine. Don't come to mine. Not a big deal. Not going to hurt my feelings. Because I only get one a day. I did because it wasn't that large. We were expecting a lot of people and I was gearing up for that. And when the other person that I was collaborating with got a hold of me and let me know that they weren't going to make it, I was like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. I'm still going to do it. And when not that many people showed up, I was okay. If any more people had shown up, I was going to start to get a little sketchy. Who needs social interaction? I had 3 people ghost me after they said they wanted to go out for coffee, then nothing. I mean, it's happened. Right. If you don't go to theirs, I'm not inviting you to mine. Well, it's like when Justin and I have talked about getting married, I keep talking about this joke about how I'm going to live stream it. I don't think it's a joke anymore. When it happens, it's probably going to be a live stream on multiple platforms for the simple fact that that's how mostly everybody's going to be invited. They're going to be like, hey, look, I'm either going to invite you in person or I'm going to give you a link, because I understand that I can't deal with a lot of people. I'm not going to, no. No, you can watch it and you can be a part of it, but I'm not going to make you travel for it either. Like, that's another big thing, is traveling. So yeah, like, I'm legitimate when I say my wedding is going to be live streamed. It will be. That's how most of everybody that I know will go to it. However, guys, I am going to English is not today. Sorry. Absolutely, Myrtle. Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and take a moment, and we did this in Animal Crossing earlier. Vixie has put together a commercial. It'll be live streamed on Animal Crossing New Horizon. We're going to take a moment. I'm going to pull up the commercial that Vixie has made, which is absolutely amazing. I don't know if we're going to do this every show, but I wanted to go ahead. She premiered it on Animal Crossing tonight, so I'm going to bring that up really quick so you guys can take a look at it if you missed it earlier. Here you go.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Dude, crap!
Make a bunch of eyes on my face.
I would do like probably your eyes and then 2 more sets.
Oh no, there's gonna be 3 on each side.
An enophile is a connoisseur of what?
Can I phone a friend?
Nah, right? No more dead. Dakota, if you dead, you dead.
See, that's all your stuff.
Increase. Do this 5 times for 36. And then the next, it's just completely fucked off to me. Like, it's not a normal.
Good evening, Planet Flipside. How are you this evening?
Yeah, but do you know the area code for Dawson's Creek, or the zip code for Dawson's Creek?
901
away.
So, Richard, tell me.
Yes.
Why are you here, Richard?
I don't know.
Wait, I do. Oh, I do. Tommy and I have been reading his comic for, I don't know how long.
Hold on.
A long time.
Wait a minute, Richard, you're a comic? You're a comic?
And it's linked in the description below.
This was not rehearsed.
No idea.
Oh, fuck you all. You blew me the fuck up.
That wasn't nice.
That was me. You're welcome. Shit, that was bad. Go away. Go away. Ah!
We're all gonna drink it.
Yay! I can't.
And I got to chop a goblin in half, dude. That was the best shit ever. Like, just, and it was done. It's done. Goblin dead, done.
I just wanna dance with you. I just wanna dance with you.
Go ahead, say it again.
Dobby's tiny asshole.
Someone hit the alarm. Heart on fire, lighting
Come here.
Not that kind.
You're mine. You're mine.
Hey y'all, don't forget to support the channel and get some really great gear.
Planet Flipside Market is the place for merchandise. Support the channel and get great gear. The choices are amazing. Get something nice. You deserve it.
Be good to yourself and to the channel. Just do it.
Pasen por Planet Flipside Market para mercancía increíble.
We are all made up of the stuff of stars, and that makes us extraordinary creatures. Find your spark, ignite your passion, and make your dreams come true. I believe in each and every one of you.
People make time for what is important to them. That's why we're here.
Remember, someone's mean to you, it's only because they're jealous. There's no other reason.
No matter what life brings you, you're one tough cookie. Don't forget, trolls taste like chicken, and love your fellow humans, even if they're stupid. Kylie, bye!
If it makes you happy, it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Do what makes you happy.
Remember, confidence is power.
That was not the intro. That was the commercial that Vixie put up, Chrissy. She's been working on that for quite some time. It was like a Super Bowl commercial. I love it. Yeah, you were. There were a lot of people that didn't expect to be in it that were in it. So yeah. That Vixie put that together, and she's been working really hard on it. I've seen multiple versions of this commercial, and this one is by far the absolute best. I loved every single one of them, but this one is my favorite. We get to watch the progression as she works on things like this. When I tell you guys that we are always working behind the scenes, this is the stuff that we're talking about, whether it's talking about merch or whether it's talking about what kind of shows that we want to do, or it doesn't matter if it pertains to the channel. We are always working so we can keep you guys entertained, so you guys keep coming back because we love you. Myrtle says, I didn't hear anyone yelling my name. I'm good. Well, we just might save that for future commercials. You never know. Also, don't forget, in the description below, we do have links to other sites like the Planet Flipside merch site. Go get yourself something nice, boo-boo. You deserve it. It helps directly support the channel, as does Doll's House Etsy shop. KendraLash.com is down there. Mashika Creations is still out of commission as far as I know. And then we also have the Discord down there. That's where you're going to find all the inside track on what's going on with us. You're going to find the food porn. We interact with everybody. Sometimes I throw my phone away because there's just so much going on in the Discord that I can't handle it. But I always come back. You had to restart everything to see me. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That sucks. But at least you came back. Speaking of sorry, let's talk about that for a second. I've noticed that the world has become a very much softer place, which has people find offense in a lot of things, which causes us to apologize. You heard food porn. It's in the Discord. So with us having to apologize consistently, it's gotten to the point where I literally walk around and tell people, stop saying you're sorry. You sound like an abuse victim. Now, we have all survived through some kind of a tragedy of some kind of abuse in our lives. I haven't met a person who hasn't. And one of the side effects of surviving abuse is consistently taking blame for things and apologizing for things that are not your fault. What I need you to understand is it's not always your fault. And sometimes saying sorry, if it's not your fault, is a form of sympathizing with somebody. So it is a double-sided coin. Either you're trying to sympathize with somebody, or it's because you have been taught to apologize for things that are not your fault. It's not always your fault, boo-boo. And I tell people all the time, you ain't got to say you're sorry. And they're like, I know, but I'm sympathizing. It might be, Dakota, but you have to get to the root of that problem and figure that out. That's not for me to tell you whether it is or isn't. It very well could be. However, the only way to figure that out is to suss it out. And if it comes down to speaking to a therapist, by all means, speak to a therapist. I say it out of habit, and every time I do, I catch myself like, stop doing that, dummy. Now, mind you, I talk shit to myself. When I talk shit to myself and I call myself stupid or call myself a dummy, I understand I am not, and I am not trying to be self-abusive. It's just me being an asshole, okay? You guys have sort of heard me play video games. Justin has heard me play video games and is like, you are not getting Call of Duty. You are mean to your video games, because I am. And you guys have heard where other people on the show have told me to be nice to their friend because I'm not being very nice to their friend. And it's not me downing myself. It's just because I understand who I am. I understand what I am capable of. I understand that I understand me. And I understand that when I'm beating myself up, I'm just talking shit to myself. And if I can't talk shit to myself or about myself, that means nobody else can either. I'm getting better about only saying it when it truly... Yeah, that's the thing, is don't say it unless you absolutely mean it. If I say it out of sympathy, it's because I'm truly sympathizing with you. If I say it because I've done something wrong, I truly mean it. I don't just throw out sorries. My teenager is learning that hard lesson to the point where I've gotten to the point where I tell him, don't tell me you're sorry if you're really not. Because if you were sorry, you wouldn't have performed the action in the first place, which is true. I don't perform actions unless I have thought them through, because if I know I'm going to affect another human being in a negative manner, I don't want that. So then, therefore, I don't need a reason to apologize. Now, if you get offended at something that I say and you don't like it, that's on you, boo-boo. Why are you sorry about that? That's your opinion. I don't finance fuck or fees you. My opinion does not count. Yeah, I am. The more mean I am to somebody, it's not me being mean. It's me showing tough love and me showing them that I actually do care about them. You ask Dakota, y'all. I beat him up consistently. And it's not because I don't like Dakota. It's just how I show love. I'm that fucked off individual that will be mean because I'm trying to toughen you up for the rest of the world, really. But at the same time, anybody fucks with Dakota and I'll cut a bitch. Plain and simple. Dakota understands that. That's why the dynamic works with Dakota. But let me tell you, if Dakota was honestly ever hurt by somebody that I knew, hi, Kyrie. Hi, Kyrie. Peekaboo. Right, and there was something that I did with my kid a long time ago, Chrissy, and he kept saying he was sorry about stupid shit. So I grabbed a plate. And I told him to take it outside. And I told him to break it. He said, no, because you'll get mad. I said, no, I'm giving you permission to break the plate. Break the plate. Throw it down on the ground. And he did, and it shattered. I said, now tell that plate you're sorry. And he did. And I looked at him. I said, did that plate fix itself? Did it make the situation better? He said, no. I said, now go get the broom and clean up the plate. And he did. And I said, now do you understand what I mean by empty promises and empty sorries? Just because you say you're sorry doesn't mean that it's fixed. Everything in life takes work. Yeah, it is. It truly is. I'm a very tough love kind of person, Dakota. And I do it out of love. You did that with paper. Tear the paper up. Tell it you're sorry. Is it going to put it back together? No. Sorry didn't fix it. So just remember, when you say that you're sorry, make sure that you mean it. Make sure that you're not performing an action to cause an apology. Like if you cause an action that needs an apology, maybe you should never have caused that action in the first place. Now, granted, I am not perfect by any means, shape, or form. I am not a very wise individual. I just speak what's on my mind. You really are, though. Like, you out-brat my brat most of the time, and I can't do that, man. Don't do it. Yes. If you have to apologize, make sure that you change the behavior so that it doesn't happen again, or you can try to catch yourself before the behavior is displayed. I've been preaching that to a kid for almost 6 years now. Nope, longer than that. Because he just barely turned 10 when his dad and I got together, and he just turned 16 last May, so it's been over 6 years. Good Lord. I can't remember when Justin and I got together. Fuck. It's been a long time. Yeah, apologizing really truly is only half the job. And it's not even really half the job. I want to say it's like a third of the job, because then you have to remember to not perform those actions again. And then you have to rebuild the trust that you've broken with that person. I'm sorry means I will never do that again. Why do you guys think I hardly ever apologize? And why do you think I don't say sorry, not sorry? I'm not going to apologize for not being sorry. I'm not going to apologize for not having empathy for something that I shouldn't have empathy for. If I say sorry, it's because I mean it. If I say something that offends you and you become so upset, Justin just called and realized I was on the show. Damn it! I wanted it. Thanks for calling Planet Flipside. This is Cherry from Cherry Rants. How can I help you? I'll call you in a few minutes. Okay, I love you. Bye. You call-ins now, guys. Who knew? My little space doesn't really help me being a bit of a brat. But the thing about your little space, Dakota, is everybody has a coping mechanism. But I don't display my little space all of the time, because I find that it needs to be, I have to have control over it, and it needs to be in a certain time. Like I need to make specific time for my little space. And it does come out every so often without me having control over it, but I've had to learn how to be able to semi-control it, because I can't completely control it. But I guarantee if we sat down and had a conversation and I told everybody in this room about what I have gone through over the course of my life, everybody would expect me to be in little space all of the time. I know. Caller number 1, you're on air. But guys, we are getting down to the wire. This is the last show for our week. Our week show starts on Wednesday. We have the makeup table on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now. We need to change the time. We also have don't chew on the wire, kitty. That is not a show. We have family game night on Wednesday night. It's family game night on Wednesday night. At 9 p.m. Eastern. And then we have Gaming with Vixie afterwards, which is Minecraft. And then on Thursdays, we do have the makeup table. And then we have Homespun Magic this Thursday. I don't know if we're doing the makeup table and Homespun Magic and then Don't Starve together. I know Vixie wants to do a Thanksgiving show. If you guys want to come, you're more than welcome to. So everybody's absolutely invited to that. Friday, we will be back with the makeup table, and then we will have Dollhouse, and then we have coffee in the mornings for the coffee show on Saturday. And then we have, I don't know what's going on Saturday, whether we're going to have a creator come up, if we're going to play a game, whatever, we will have a show Saturday night for you guys. Sunday, we return with the coffee show. And then we have the RPG Tavern, where we are currently on a D&D campaign. And then we have Bitches with Switches Mario Kart Edition. Sorry, my brain farted. And then we roll back to Monday, where we are now doing a makeup table at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then we have Bitches with Switches Animal Crossing Edition afterwards. And then we also have Cherry Rants on Monday nights. Not another family game night this week? Okay. So we're going to have not another family game night this Saturday, guys. You have a show tomorrow, but that's your own thing? Okay. I'm sure people would expect me to be also. It'd be cool to do coffee house on Thanksgiving because it's no, we're not doing the coffee house. We're gonna wait until everybody's done eating. I think we're gonna do like an evening show. I think it's gonna be around the time, and don't quote me on this. I believe it's gonna be around the time that Homespun Magic would normally be on. I don't think we're gonna be doing crafts. We're just gonna be, shooting the shit or whatever. We're not really sure. We're just gonna do a show. We're not quite sure what it is yet. Well, thank you for being here, Myrtle. I absolutely appreciate all of you guys coming out and supporting me and the channel and just being here and sharing the love and being on the crazy roller coaster that we have. We have technical difficulties sometimes, and you guys have been champs and just come through with us, and it's absolutely amazing. It's been very 8 p.m. Eastern Thanksgiving special. Okay, Thursday at 8 p.m. we are doing a Thanksgiving special, according to Vixie. We work really hard so that you guys can be here. I think we're going to need a bigger table. I mean, we can handle 10 at the table. Mario Kart, we can have 12 people on the table on Nintendo. On StreamYard, we can have 10 people on screen. But we appreciate every single one of you guys being here and supporting us, whether it's just in the comment section or in the Discord or being a part of the table itself or being on and playing the games with us or doing whatever it is that you do with the channel. And we would like to be able to continue to do this for you guys. And we're going to keep doing it until we can't do it no more. And like I said, yeah, we have technical difficulties sometimes, but we get through it. And that's what counts because we are a family. We're all a family. Whether it doesn't matter what platform we're on. We're all brought together for a reason. And that's what I wholeheartedly believe. But Dane's right. We're going to need a bigger table. I might have to rent a hall. I have a couple of support systems, and each of my support systems are amazing. And part of the support systems that I have outside of this one have come to be a part of this one. And I can't tell you how much that just Vixie, not Vixie, Myrtle, I don't think we can all fit in your house because people got kids and spouses, and they'd be a lot of us if we actually all got together. The power of Flipside, absolutely. We might need to rent Valhalla. We would have to rent a really big space if all of us were to get together, and I don't know how long I'd be able to stick around for that, but I'd make an appearance. That's what would happen. It would be a hi guys, I'm here. Okay, there's a lot of people here. I'm gonna go crawl into a corner now. I would absolutely love to be able to sit down with everybody one day and just chill out and fuck off and just shoot the shit and cook some food and eat some food. Oh, Vixie, we're making her happy cry, you guys. 5,000 square feet? Nah, we need bigger. Remember, people got kids too. That's a lot of food. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wind this down. Also, Polite, I just wanted to thank you and Brentley for, you're going to need a bigger house, for being here. I don't think you guys realize that you're actually a part of the family, but you guys really are a part of the family. Everybody here actually is part of the family. And like I said, we appreciate and we love all of you for being here. You need a bigger house, but Nook said no. What? Rude. Just rude. Fuck Nook. Tom's a dick. So yeah, guys, it's that time. I'm going to call it. We will see you guys back here on Wednesday afternoon for the makeup table. And we love you guys being here. So as always, thank you for being here. We appreciate and love you. You are seen, you are valid, you are wanted, you are needed, and you are absolutely appreciated. You're getting a bigger house tomorrow. You guys are talking about Animal Crossing. For those who are watching the replay, the live chat is talking about Animal Crossing. We do that quite often. As always, trolls do taste like chicken. And please, above all, love your fellow human, even if they're stupid. Okay, I love you. Bye. Come on. Hey, I'm Cherry Bomb Pop. You're watching Cherry Rants. And if there's something that I said that offended you, maybe your dumbass should have read the description below. Kylie, bye!
Your mission, Cherry, should you choose to accept it, is to bring chaos to planet Flipside on Monday nights. As always, should you or any part of the Bomb Pop force be caught or killed, the head of Ixie Squad will disavow any knowledge of your actions. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
What's up, fuckers? Y'all, there's times I can't tell if I'm just in a bad mood or if everything around me is just really fucking annoying.
Tacos are more important than pumpkin spice. Oh yeah, I said what I said.
You can fuck off. And when you get there, you can fuck off from there too. Then fuck off some more. Just keep fucking off. And when you get back here, go fuck off some more. And then fuck off again. I judge those motherfuckers on if they're an asshole or not.